Here are the tests on my 1984 Kilgore 108. I have it on just a generic flapper. I don't know what the original would have looked like, so this is as close as I'm going to get. The fill valve is actually having some issues, so this will be the last test video I use it in, and I'll find another 200A just because I really like those. And also there is not really any indication of a water line in here, so there's a bump right there in the porcelain. I'll lower the water level a little bit. It kind of looks like this right here is a water line, so that's just what I set it to. As you can see, this thing kind of gets stuck a little bit. But anyway, let's give this a flush and do some tests. Very nice flush. I really do like these toilets. I don't think the trapways are glazed, but that doesn't really bother me since I've never actually seen one with mineral buildup, despite seeing a lot of these. So I'm going to add some water to the bowl, and even though it looks like it, this thing actually isn't hooked up. Maybe I could move this out of the way and then it would prevent the fill valve from getting stuck anymore. I don't even need it in there. So let's add some water to the bowl and then see if it will take a washcloth. Unless there's some sort of obstruction or mineral buildup or a barb, I guarantee this will pass. But I'll be right back when the tank is full. So you can see the water almost goes over the top of the float before it decides to shut off. But anyway, let's see if it can take a washcloth. Did awesome, I think. Oh, there was a barb in it, what do you know? Now let's see if it can take a grocery bag. But first, let's add some water to the bowl. That should be enough. Once it starts dripping from the bottom, I'll know whether it's enough or not. So let's wait for the tank to fill up, and then I'll be back with a grocery bag test. The tank is just about full, so let's see if it can take a bag. Once again, I think this will pass unless it gets caught on the barb. Got caught on the barb. And because that would have passed if the barb isn't there, and most of them don't have barbs, I'm just going to call that a perfect pass. So now let's try a washcloth and a grocery bag together. I suppose I should have tested one without a barb, but there's no real way of knowing until I test it. Plus this one has a nicer flush than the 1985 108, so I think this is a good test subject. Let's wait for the tank to fill up and see if it can pass this. The tank's just about full. Let's see if it can pass a washcloth and a grocery bag. Unfortunately, I think it will clog. I don't think there's any way out of this except back the way it came. Since the fence is down, people must be wondering, what the heck is this boy doing? Flushing stuff down toilets taking videos of it and was sticking his hand in it. But I don't really care what other people think. Plus they're driving, they should be paying attention to the road anyway. But once the tank is full, let's see if it can take a dish towel. I think this will pass. Huh. I wonder where it got stuck. I don't see it. Let's empty the rest of the water out of the tank. Not looking too good. Dang, that's really clogged. It's definitely stuck on something. Yep, it's stuck on the barb. If it had done this on the first flush, I would have given it, dang, it's really stuck. But if it had done this on the first flush, I would have given it a pass. But since it did it after filling the bowl all the way up, I don't think that's a pass. And I got wax on my hand. But let's add some water to the bowl and then do a dirt test. It's been overcast all day. There's not been a single ray of sunlight hitting any of these toilets out here. So I am really surprised that the dirt is dry. Honestly, I think this will do pretty well in terms of bowl rinse. I think it's going to leave some around these bumps here just because I don't know how it would even rinse those. But I'd say it might leave a little behind around the sides, but it'll clear from the bowl pretty well. Let's give it a flush. Well, it cleared it from the bowl pretty well until the sides started putting stuff in there. Wow, that's depressing. That's really depressing. That's not even on the bump. That's on the bump there, yet it did better than on the side. That bump is completely clean. I guess it does get rinsed. But whatever the deal is with those areas, I'm not impressed. I know they could put rim jets there since they did on this side and this side. So I'm just gonna rinse my hand off here. That was a little disappointing, but it should do fine on normal use. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video. Come on, it can't even flush at the water line with a little bit of water in the bowl. That's also a little depressing, but I still really love these toilets.